Hello everybody and welcome to JGod Gaming. Today's video I'm going to focus on something a little different than just the basic class setup. Today's video I'm going to talk about the suppressor, and I want to talk to you about a few different things. And if you're already a subscriber, you kind of already know how I feel about the suppressor, and I believe it's probably one of the top 2 or 3 attachments in the entire game, along with extended mags and probably high caliber. The main reason I want to make a video about the suppressor is just because I think a lot of people have a ton of misconceptions about it. So let's first talk about what a real suppressor does versus how it actually works in game. Although we'll hide you off the minimap in game, in real life you should still be able to hear a suppressor. It only reduces the volume of the weapon, so you should still actually be able to hear the weapon go off. It'll just be at a reduced decibel. The other part in game is it'll actually reduce your range, which in real life it doesn't reduce your range at all. If anything, it actually maintains a similar range or actually increases the range slightly. You can go ahead and look that up as well. I'm not just making that up. But overall, what you're going to see is in the game, it doesn't work and behave the way it does in real life. So with that reduced range, what tends to happen, people will say the gun feels weak or it's not very strong. And then what ends up happening, they're saying that that relates to damage, because if something feels weak, you're reducing the damage. But all in all, that's all misconceptions. What really happens with the gun is this gun has a kill potential of 3 shots, 4 shots, and 5 shots. By adding that suppressor, you're going to have a flat reduction of 30% to all of your different ranges. So the shortest range, even though it is 30%, it will only be affected by a small amount because that range isn't long to begin with. Same thing with the next range, and then obviously when it goes to infinity. But what a lot of times the problem has to come down to is you're engaging gunfights that are beyond those ranges, even with those changes. So you have to keep in mind that if you're going to run a suppressor, you're just going to have to be very mindful of all your engagements and make sure that you're pushing ranges that make sense. Obviously, the gameplay I've got in the background, I'm playing on Gustav Cannon. I jumped into the match late. It only had 3 minutes left on the clock. And I go in, I end up going on a long streak. I end up going 20-1. So very impressive. The only death I have is kind of because of a bad spawn. But overall, you can use a suppressor on any weapon, on any map. It's just as long as you play it strategically and you move around the map the right way. So what I'm going to do is get in a gameplay on USS Texas, pull directly from my live stream. I'm going to do fresh commentary over it, kind of take you through my thought process. If you have enjoyed the video so far, or if you enjoy any of the tips throughout the video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. I typically cover Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setups, and other types of tip and trick videos, as well as subscriber breakdowns. If any of that sounds interesting, make sure you subscribe with those notifications on. So this gameplay takes place on USS Texas, like I mentioned. It's on Team Deathmatch. I'm using the Grease Gun with extended magazines, a suppressor, and rapid fire. This is one of the fewer weapons that I think actually handles just a little bit better with that rapid fire. I potatoed some shots in this, and there's a guy that's skipping across the match. But overall, you're going to see how this obviously chains together. Using Expeditionary with ordnance, using that recon plane, fighter pilot, and paratrooper. So I tried something a little different with the paratroopers. Normally I run that counter recon just so I could cycle through streaks just that much faster without having to get double the score for a set of paratroopers. Right here I'm pushing the inside of the ship, and the main reason I do that is just to cover my back, and then I take a little quick peek over here and I see the guy on the tip of the cannon. So what I end up doing is thinking, okay, I got to come around, I got to flank. There is a fire shotgun user, so with fire shotgun users, you got to be a little more cautious. I decided to push in, and you're going to see I don't make those mistakes that often at all in this gameplay. And I'm thinking if that guy's still on the cannon, my teammates are not going to be good enough to go ahead and go after them. Just because in general, most teammates that you play with aren't always very good. And if they are good, more power to you. You got lucky. But overall, they're just not that good, and they're not going to help you that much. So what you got to do is be better than that. And most of the time, you can see my 2 deaths right here, fire shotgun. In that particular range, I might have died just because, but you're going to see I only die one more time the entire match, and I get up over 30 kills. So definitely going to want to pay attention to how I utilize this suppressor. I do make some slight moves along the way to counter this fire shotgun guy after I've made a few different moves to get that streak going. Right here, I come around, I'm peeking that guy, and that guy on the left didn't really know I was there. I go ahead and peek him, and I very much tap those shots because even at that range, you're not going to get a lot of aim assist. S-Mine comes around, I go ahead and clear that guy up. And now I got a recon plane. Unfortunately, since that recon plane didn't pass quick enough, I end up getting killed from this guy just kind of running around the corner with that airborne division. And he ends up just absolutely demolishing me. He gets the peek on me, knowing where I'm firing from, because I hadn't equipped that suppressor yet. So you're going to see at a certain point in the gameplay, I decide, okay, I need to equip the suppressor. And honestly, speaking with you, I was kind of carried up in chat, and I kind of forgot just to equip it up and actually attach it to the weapon. See a lot's going on there. You're going to see as soon as I switch over to that, ends up being a perfect demonstration how the gameplay changes. I actually started playing with the weapon a lot differently. Right here, I didn't necessarily realize that I didn't have the suppressor on. But you're going to see how powerful the suppressor can be. Right here, my teammate's kind of blocking some of my shots. And based off where I'm at now, I know that the spawns are in a good position to flip. Not based off what's going on yet, but they will flip as soon as I come around over here. Get a little easy kill there. Come up, go ahead and take this guy out. And you can see he was looking for me because I didn't have that suppressor on. And at a certain point, you're going to see I end up equipping this suppressor. And once I go ahead and do that, now I'm back in suppressor mode. I got to make sure my engagements are a little bit shorter. You can see this guy ends up coming around. I end up taking him out. And no one knows exactly where I'm at. And that's the beauty of suppressor. I'm staying off the minimap. I don't have that counter recon, which I highly recommend just in general. Because if they do end up counter recon, then at least you have that protection to keep yourself off the map. Right here, I want to call that fighter plane in. Give me a little bit of the map awareness. I don't really trust my teammates. And generally, I don't trust them. That's why I run S-mines. A lot of times in matches, my S-mine alone will get more kills than some of my teammates, which is pretty sad. So it's definitely a good strategy to pay attention to where I'm placing S-mines. Those are some key areas to protect your back and also cut off certain routes so you actually get easier kills. Right here, I jump down knowing that the guy went off right there. Take him out and then I can reposition. Right here, I'm just trying to get closer to that streak and get those paratroopers. Come around over here, hip firing, switch out, and the bouncing Betty would have got the guy anyways. So I very much protect my back. Put the double S-mine there, go ahead and peek around. And I know I only need one kill, and this kill eludes me for a little bit. You're going to see the guy comes around. I end up shooting him, and I just can't hit him. For whatever reason, I missed the shot, and it's just a bad scenario there. I don't know if necessary potato aim or no aim assist or whatever the case is, but I definitely wasn't strafing, so I didn't get that aim assist with the sticky aim. If you're not using sticky aim, you're at a huge loss. That's why prone, and this guy just skips all over the map. Teammate ended up killing him. I end up getting the assist. But that was the guy who I said, a little skippy at the beginning of the match. Guy ends up continuing to be skippy. I end up missing him a couple different times. So at this point, you can see that the match is extremely close. We're only up by 5 points in team deathmatch. And at this point, you can see where all my teammates are. They're literally all huddled up in the back. So I don't really trust them at all for map control. My teammate just got a 3-piece with that PTRS. You can see that in the kill feed. So nice job right there, white E's. So that was pretty cool. And then pretty much I'm just kind of waiting it out and doing something that's often referred to as playing your life. So right here, I'm really just playing my life. I'm trying to get to that next streak. Because I know once I drop paratroopers, my paratroopers will actually move a lot farther out of spawn than my teammates. You can see literally my entire team is behind me except for one guy around this side. And I end up deciding to push through on this side, end up shooting that guy, get my paratroopers, call them in right away. And based off where I'm at, they know where we're at because the recon is passing and it's cutting it off. So that's where a counter recon would have came in handy. I'm going ahead and pushing out, looking around, what do I want to do? And then I go ahead and peek up over here. And I've already died my 3 times, so I'm still not going to die the rest of the match. Paratroopers coming in, getting a little bit more kills. And you can see immediately once the paratroopers come in, we start pushing into their spawn. We get a little bit more of that map control. A lot of teammates still sitting in spawn, but I'm able to push a little bit out and get out of that little safe zone into another safe zone because the map has pushed out. I'm in a little bit more comfortable position. And that's something you got to be aware of. Map control is the key. The second I got map control, I can relocate and get to another spot. The guy ends up disappearing. I don't end up knowing where he went. Comes around, melee him, hip fire, pretty easy kill there. Now I got another recon. That's cycling, so now I got the map awareness. We did potentially flip the spawns because all the enemies are spawning on the other side, but our teammates are still in the spawn. That's how good our teammates are camping, that they're literally still in the spawn. Go ahead and take that guy out, and the spawns look like they're rotating back and forth. Kind of hard. They're uneven spawned because our teammates are anchoring on one side. You can see where they're camping out, and the other people are spawning in the one room that they're safe, and they immediately run out and get demolished by my fighter plane. My teammates aren't doing much in that sense, but right here we're up by 25 now. So you saw immediately I stacked to that streak. It automatically changed. Right here I can watch the map, turn around, shoot them in the back. No one has a clue what's going on. I'm maneuvering around the map without them really knowing what I'm doing, and then I'm playing as smart as possible. I see the guy on the mini map over here, so I'm relocating, positioning, waiting, and then that pretty much kind of wraps up the angle on the map. I end up going 33-3. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit that like button. I do have a goal of 200 likes on the video, so if we can get there as soon as possible, I'd be very appreciative of that. And if you're brand new to the channel and still watching, you should probably hit that subscribe button with notifications on. I typically do these breakdowns when 33-3. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a great day.